Hi, welcome to my channel, The Divine Storm 369. Thank you for being here. I'm going to do a reading for you. So this reading is going to be the Divine Masculine reading. Okay, so please keep that in mind. It is like a collective reading. Okay, but collective energies do affect us all differently. So just keep that in mind as well. Information for personal and private readings are down below each video in the description box below. And if you enjoy the reading, if it resonated with you, what is up with my speech today? Please leave me a like and subscribe and a comment down below. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull some cards here for the masculine energy. All right, so we have 4 that wanted to come here. All right, and we're going to get a few more masculine energy here. Across the room. So yeah, already we have a lot of masculine energy coming out in the spread, especially with the starseed cards here. Oh, doesn't want to stay in my hand. I don't know, something about the crookedness of these cards. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull some chakra cards. For the masculine here. All right. Okay, sorry about that. I just had to straighten up the camera because it was bothering me. Okay, so first of all, with the chakra cards, we have number 8 again. So I keep seeing 88 here. All right, so that could be really significant. And I really feel like collectively for the masculine energy, this is letting go of karmic cycles, letting go of what has been restricting you, what has been restricting your passion, your fire, your spark, with fire elemental coming out here. So also healing, the passion inside of you. It says, I am loving and compassionate and able to bring healing to others. Okay, so there is a big chunk, I would say, of the Divine Masculine Collective who are actually natural spiritual healers who are being awakened right now to their gifts. And that's one thing that Spirit is telling me. And actually working with crystals is helping this, or to help these masculines figure out what those divine healing gifts are. But we also have the fire here being awakened inside of them as well. So it says, I ignite the fire within me that connects me to the divine. And essentially that is where the source of all healing energy comes from, is connecting the fire within yourself that connects you to, or I'm sorry, igniting. What is wrong with me? The fire within that connects you to the divine. That's where all healing comes from. That's where all healing takes place. And that's where every spiritual healer draws their power Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that these masculines are awakening to that. They are igniting their fire. They are connecting themselves to the divine spirit, okay? And also this is purifying them, okay, at a soul level. Notice the fire, okay, purifying. All right, so this is being cleansed. This is being purified through fire, through passion, but it's also about walking away with time to go. And again, this is 45. Okay, so it's a number 9. This masculine has been stuck in number 8 mode, all right? They've been repeating cycles over and over again, and they have actually been dulling their natural healing ability and dulling that fire and that spark within them that does connect them to the universe, to the divine, to their intuition. Okay, so that part of them is awakening. And, you know, this is like initiation through fire. And fire is a purification, but it's a purification through destruction. So I'm seeing that there are things in this masculine's life that are being destructed, okay, that are kind of, I would say a good analogy to this would be bridges being burned for this masculine, okay, and this is in order to push them forward. This is in order to awaken their own fire, because a lot of people around them that they had around them have held them back, have kept them from awakening to that spark within themselves, okay? So this masculine is awakening those like healing powers within them. And I'm really picking up Reiki. I'm really picking up crystals, specifically like crystal quartz points, okay, that this masculine can work with to help move and direct energy. Also infusing crystals with intention. Okay, so there's a big chunk of the masculine collective who are connecting with crystals, learning about crystals. All right, we have time to go. Again, it's time to walk away from the mundane. And I think that this fire, this passion that this masculine is trying to ignite within themselves cannot be ignited where they are at now, okay? So we also have we the Hathors here right under it. Okay, so this is talking about a new life, a new birth, a rebirth, like the phoenix rising from the ashes through destruction, being born again, right? And this looks like hot lava to me, like a volcano exploding. Okay, so I think there could have been some chaos ensuing in the situation. Specifically, I feel like a mother and a brother energy are involved in this, but there's been some chaos. There's been eruptions and flare-ups in this masculine's temper and their anger. Okay, so there are bridges being burned. And I think that, yeah, in order to really connect to healing and that compassionate center in themselves, it's time to go. It's time to walk away from home, okay? Experience what it's like in walking into unfamiliar territory. This is kind of like leaving home for the first time, right? Like moving out for the first time, leaving your parents' home. It's that type of energy, but that's what this masculine is doing spiritually. So spiritually, they are venturing outside of the norm, okay? They are exploring spiritual topics. They are actually walking away from karmic relationships, and they are burning bridges, okay? Because inwardly they do know finally it is time to go. It is time to walk away from this, all right? And they are doing this in deep love, divine love, okay? But this doorway they're getting ready to walk through is actually a portal, and they're going to come out the other side of this doorway very different, very changed. So this masculine, you might be seeing a lot of differences in them after this, right? After an amount of time, I would say like 8 weeks, you're going to be noticing a big difference because there's a really big shift here. We have walking away. I also feel like masculines are needing to face their abandonment issues, their childhood issues, and specifically feeling abandoned by family, by parents, by whoever it is. It's time to face that. And I think that for a large part of the masculine collective, the only way to really face that is to walk away, to allow yourself to grow up, and to venture out on your own, okay? And in that way, facing your own abandonment issues, telling yourself that you got this, you could do this, and finding peace in actually the pride that you find in doing this because you had the courage to take that next step and face your fear in front of you. So that's beautiful energy. Okay. So we have Horus energy here with Star Brothers, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. Okay. And then we have Orphaned. So, you know, masculines facing abandonment issues, but also facing issues surrounding feeling a need to be protected, feeling a need to, you know, feel like loyalty is being proven over and over again. You know, this is insecurity when you are asking somebody to like kind of prove their loyalty to you over and over and over again, because that means you're not trusting them or you're not trusting that they're loyal. You need proof over and over again. So I understand proving it once, or, you know, if somebody is messing up to prove their loyalty like again. But I'm seeing that for a large part of the masculine collective, they're facing this. This is part of abandonment issues. Okay. And it's time to leave that behind. Okay. So here we do have trust issues, safety issues. Okay. Needing to feel protected, needing to feel safe, and allowing yourself to be complacent in maybe a place or an energy that maybe you haven't been so happy with, right? And also problems with trusting yourself, abandoning your own intentions, what you really want. And there's a large part, again, of the masculine collective that is needing to face this, facing the part of themselves that they have abandoned, that they have turned away from and have not protected and have not shown loyalty to even themselves. And they have done this by not living by their own integrity, their own truths, okay, not following their own path. And even here, there's been acting out of abandonment issues, trust issues, all of those things through their relationships with the twin flame, with the soulmate, okay, with people in their life that love them, that care about them. So there has been like an acting out of this energy up until this point. And this is where we really see like a lot of masculines who might be accusing people of things that they haven't done, or accusing people of not being loyal, accusing, you know, just different things like that. And this has really been a way for the masculine energy to play out their own abandonment issues, their own issues of not feeling protected, or that need or that want to feel protected and safe, without making that protected and safe space for themselves, because they haven't allowed themselves to trust themselves, or that part of them that has been seeking that. And so I think that, you know, for this masculine, or a large part of the collective, right, they have been seeking that approval through the mother energy, okay, through family members, instead of trusting themselves and going on their own path. They've been allowing other people to persuade them actually away from their path. And I think that it was only a matter of time before this kind of eruption took place in this masculine's life with fire elemental here. Okay, but once this has happened, now it's time to heal. All right, and Yeah, there is a lot of things this masculine definitely needs to be healing from. I'm getting charger crystals in the sun, masculine. Okay, that's what Spirit is saying. But we also have trust the timing. So trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. So this particular message I'm getting for the masculine soulmate, this is someone that they have acted out towards their trust issues, their abandonment issues, wanting their soulmate to create an environment of protection, safety, trust, and loyalty for them, instead of them creating that environment for themselves, expecting to just feel that environment without trusting themselves enough to allow themselves to trust someone else. So there's been a lot of projection in this masculine's life, and I feel there is a soulmate, there's twin flames that have been abandoned by collectively, you know, these masculines. All right. So I feel for a lot of masculine energy, they might tell themselves that it's too late, okay, to be with their soulmate, that time has ran out. And again, this is another form of them not trusting themselves, not trusting their destiny, not trusting that they have a divine path and plan, and even not trusting their soulmate fully. So Spirit is saying time is not running out the way that you think it is, okay? And it is safe for you to trust yourself. That is the first thing that you need to work on, because we can't move forward and learn how to trust anyone else or give trust to anyone else when we don't quite know what trust is and we've never really shown that. So what better way to practice and exercise that than giving trust to yourself, right? To know what it is and know what it feels like to receive trust. That's a really good exercise, I think, for the masculine collective, with Star Brothers here, okay? So being able to trust yourself, and even you could keep a journal or a record of different times that you have allowed yourself to trust yourself and how you did this, and exactly how did you feel when you allowed yourself to do this, right? Keeping a record of this, and in that way beginning to learn what trust really is, what it feels like to give it, and what it feels like to receive it. And we can learn all of these things within ourself. So Spirit is saying, trust yourself, trust your soulmate, trust the timing here, because you know what? Time is not running out, all right? No matter what you think. So no matter what anybody has ever told you about time, time is not going to stop. It's not going to end. This universe does not have a number where, you know, it's going to click on that date and then time is just going to stop and end. No, time is not running out. The universe is abundant. And, you know, as long as there's space above us, there will always be time. All right. Time is not running out. So we have peace here as well. Okay. So a lot of masculines are really, after burning these bridges, walking away from karmic energies. And the number one energy I'm getting here that the masculine collective is walking away from is karmic families, karmic mothers, karmic brothers. All of these are coming out here. So that is a really good thing, right? And I feel like they're just walking away, okay? So realizing it's time to go, it's time to grow up, it's time to embrace being on my own, embrace this world, embrace the unknown, embrace me being able to protect myself, to be loyal to myself. And what does that mean, to be loyal to yourself? Well, first of all, it's trusting the timing of all of this. Second of all, you can also do exercises and practices in regards to that too. What does it mean to be loyal to yourself? Okay, so we can think of, especially with this masculine who has accused people of not being loyal to them. All right, now, just the same way we figured out what trust is, how to give it, how it feels like, That's what we're going to do with loyalty. You are going to be loyal to yourself. What do you expect from loyalty? And how would you give that? If you are loyal to someone else, what do you expect? And if someone is loyal to you, what does that feel like? And I want you to be loyal to yourself. That means drowning out all the doubts, all the confusion, all of the discouraging things that people have said to you about following your own path. That means drowning it out and completely being loyal to you, to your path, to what you want, and trusting that. That's what that means. Okay. So I want you to be conscious of that. And each time you make a decision to be loyal to yourself, I want you to record that as well. Okay. So you understand what truly being loyal entails. Sometimes it's simply just taking a stance. Sometimes it involves taking action. Okay, so what does that mean for you? I want you to practice being loyal to yourself, and do not orphan yourself. Do not orphan your needs, your intentions. Okay, because I'm seeing that you've done that a lot in the past. All right, and it has not really helped you get to where you want to be or who you want to be in this life. And I think that above all else, you're looking for peace. All right. And you're looking for really just to walk into your own energy. So again, I'm seeing healing coming through walking away from karmic families, karmic brothers, karmic mothers. Okay. And embracing your own path, embracing your true north. All right. So trust the timing. We also have whale and orca elders come out under peace. Share your song. Frequency of sound. Diving deep. Okay, look how beautiful this card is too, by the way. So again, with share your song is your own song, your own personal journey. Okay. Whatever song that is, it brings you peace when you sing it to yourself, when you fully trust that and recognize it. I'm also feeling that for this masculine, sound healing, frequency healing, okay, could be very, very beneficial for this masculine, okay, doing meditations or sound healings that help you to find peace in trusting yourself, to find protection in that peace and trusting yourself, being able to allow you to be your own fortress. So it really is a beautiful energy. And you know, with whale and orca elders and trust the timing, you know, it's like we all have to make that decision at some point in our life to break off from everything that we know and embrace the unknown. And that's part of spiritually growing. That is part of gaining wisdom, gaining knowledge, and it's part of understanding our place in the world as well. Okay. So at some point, that's something we all go through. And, you know, everybody's experience is unique. And so Spirit is saying your experience is unique too. So trust that unique song, trust that unique experience, okay? And also sound frequency healing to bring peace as well. For some of these masculines, they are artists, okay, or like to sing, all right? Okay, so yeah, I'm seeing that these masculines want to make peace with their soulmate. There's been a lot of, collectively, there's been soulmates, twin flames that have been abandoned, okay, with no word. And so I'm seeing a collective reconciliation, okay? I'm seeing them want to share their energy, share their emotions, connect with their soulmates, make peace with their soulmates. So a big part of the collective masculines are returning to their soulmates. I'm also seeing birds, okay, like penguins. I'm talking about birds that live in very cold weather, okay? That is a sign. And you know why? Because penguins um, which I'm seeing in these cards, they mate for life. They find a soulmate. They're loyal to that soulmate. They trust that soulmate with their life. Okay, they protect each other. They keep each other warm. They feel safe with each other. And they stay together for the rest of their life. So if anybody ever tells you that, being with one person for the rest of your life is not natural, no animals do it, they're lying to you, because the penguins surely do. Okay, they find a mate and they fall in love and they say, this is my soulmate and this is my soulmate for life. And that's it. They are with them forever. Okay. So I'm also seeing there could be a possibility for, after this reconciliation, there could definitely be a possibility of a family starting. Okay. Or even if you have children with this masculine, another child on the way is what I'm seeing, because I'm seeing the two penguins and the egg, which I don't think penguins lay eggs, but still, it's symbolic, they're still birds. I know they're mammal. I don't know, whatever they are. Okay, so yeah, yeah. Anyways, you guys get what I'm saying. So let's get a message. Let's see if there's anything triggering this masculine right now. All right. If I can find my trigger deck. Okay. So I cannot find my trigger deck, which is odd because I just had it. But anyways, that's okay. We don't actually really need it. We can use the karma deck. All right. So we can, oh, and look at that. I found it. I found it. All right. Sorry about that, you guys. So, is there anything triggering this masculine or trying to prevent this masculine from moving forward at this point in time? Let's take a look. Right? We have afraid to love again. Okay. So this is, again, part of trusting yourself. Okay. Part of feeling safe. And, the being afraid to love is because of the karmic connections and the way that this masculine has looked at their relationships and the people that they love, whether it be family, karmics, whatever it is, and have felt that their own individuality and their own kind of life purpose has been dissolved into this bigger group, and it's like they feel like they had lost their way through that. So in a way, it's like they felt like to be in love, you have to give up so much of yourself. All right. But Spirit's saying that's not true. Okay. That's fear talking. All right. And it's fear of being abandoned. There is a part of, you when you are a child or when you feel abandoned by someone you love, it's like you lose a part of yourself. It's like a part of you is so hurt and heartbroken that it literally dies, and you might be afraid to trust again. You might be afraid to love again and want reassurance that you are protected, and you want that loyalty constantly being reassured to you. But, again, this is fear speaking. And right now, this masculine is facing their fears by walking away and allowing themselves a new beginning. And, this is part of self-care. So Spirit is saying you have to take care of yourself while doing this, masculine, mentally, spiritually, physically, okay? And that this is a very good way to do that. Also, we had the sound frequency helping you to relax, especially, okay? We also have crystal healing, Reiki as well with the crystals, okay? Very important. I also see sun meditations, all right? Connecting with the sun, working with the sun energy. That would be actually very beneficial for you. And I want you to charge your crystals in the sun, okay? So beautiful, beautiful energy. I love it. Let's get a message from the angels to you. So for a lot of feminines, there are masculines who are on their way to you. All right. So whether you want to hear that or not, I don't know. I'm just saying the reading, you know. Let's go ahead and see what the angels have to say about the masculine energy here. So wow, really interesting energy. All right, so this masculine actually has like ancestors who have passed on from this life, who are working with him, who are helping him to heal and clear their energy. So that's beautiful energy. And also I'm getting that it's not just crystal healing, that these masculines are waking up to spiritual gifts within themselves too, but I'm also getting that they're waking up to energy healing, but also mediumship. Okay, so there is a large part of the masculine collective who is having their mediumship spiritual gifts awakened right now, and it's because they've chosen to trust themselves. Okay, that's number one. Dealing with spiritual gifts, you have to learn how to trust yourself. Okay, so we have a message from the angels. We got priorities. These spiritual gifts are opening up because it's masculine to put their priorities in line. All right, so yeah, they are doing that. They are beginning to put themselves first here instead of others around them. And that's a beautiful energy, right? So there's a beautiful energy healing, and they're connecting with the sun, it looks like to me. So connecting with that sun energy, allowing it to cleanse you, to heal you. Remember, you're being purified through the fire element. So connecting with the sun is going to be extremely healing for you. And this is clearing out everyone else's priorities for you and just allowing your own. That's all you need. So we have mediumship here. You have the natural ability to connect with departed loved ones. So yeah, if you have loved ones on the other side, they're definitely trying to reach out to you, to speak to you right now, and they're helping you to energetically, okay, is what I'm seeing. We also have Krishna. Find the blessings in your current situation, all right? So this is being able, you know, especially when you're feeling doubtful, when you're feeling unsure of walking on this path, when you're feeling alone. Spirit saying, take a step back, put your priorities in line, and find the blessings in your current situation, because there always is one. Okay, and also we have spiritual gifts, spiritual blessings coming in. The more you heal, the more you're going to receive, right? But the main ones I'm really seeing is crystal work, crystal healing, Reiki, energy healing, and mediumship. All right, so now I'm going to get you a personal message here. All right, I'm going to pull 3 cards. So let's go ahead and pull our first one. Got the Raven. All right, let's pull our second card here. We got the Butterfly. Okay, and the third pile here for your personal message. Have the Path. Cool. We're going to start with number 1. You can choose one of these. You can choose the Raven, the Butterfly, or the Path for your own personal message, okay? So these are going to be pretty quick, all right? But it's a message just for you. We're going to start with the Raven. It's about the mystery of things, Hayoka and Shadow. The brother Raven is the keeper of secret knowledge and a Hayoka, which is a very high-level empath. The raven cloaks the esoteric mysteries behind its ebony feathers, which is why people see the raven as a creature of darkness, but behind those black eyes is pure light, the sacred fire of awakening. That's what you're going through, is a sacred fire of awakening. And while others may not understand fully why you have burned bridges, why you have walked away from them, you know, behind the reasoning, there is pure light and awakening behind, right, to yourself. And the raven comes. You are ready to receive that sacred fire, unveiling the great arcanum within you. So pure alchemy and transmutation. Because when you awaken, you are like Brother Raven, alive in the land of the dead. And, you know, that's the realization this masculine has come to. You know, he wasn't living his own life. He was living according to others' expectations and priorities. And he felt like he was living in the land of the dead, which makes you very highly misunderstood. Some may think you are crazy for doing this, or even think you went to the dark side, because the knowledge alive in your cells through this awakening is far beyond their current understanding of life and self. You are progressing further than them spiritually, and so your vibration has really kind of moved you away from them, okay? The people around you could not hold your vibration any longer. So be like a cackling raven, crazy with the joy of enlightenment. So don't be sad, be happy, right? Brother Raven knows who he is, just like you are finding out who you are. So other people's perception of him, it really does not matter. He teaches us through humor, doing things backward, to reveal how our belief systems are actually silly and rigid. So once we understand the trickster medicine of the raven, we realize we were backwards and not him. If the raven has flown to you, you are ready to unveil that which has been hidden. Know that when the raven opens your eyes to the light, your eyes will also be open to the darkness. This is why the raven is a symbol of calcination, the first stage of alchemy. And that's what you're going through right now, why you're feeling so many shifts and changes. You're in the first stage of alchemy, where we begin to break down and transmute our shadow self. Okay, it's not always easy. But the brother raven says, if you want to be a keeper of the sacred flame, you must be willing to burn all within that seeks to destroy it. Just like the sacred fire, okay, just like that purification through destruction, it's time to begin the great work for you. So pile number 2, you have the butterfly. So beautiful. Look at that. Or not pile, but card. It's about transformation, rebirth, and your divine blueprint. It may be hard for you to believe while feeling like a puddle of goo bound tight in the shadows of the unknown, okay, because you feel afraid. You're afraid to be alone. You're afraid of the unknown. It makes you feel so small, right? It's hard for you to believe that you can do this. but soon you will emerge from those shadows with wings of light and a form more beautiful than you could have ever dreamed, because you will be the dream of God. Butterflies are a perfect symbol of the awakening process and the faith that it really takes to be. A caterpillar goes through a period of ravenous consumption, then will spin a cocoon around its whole body, permitting itself in a creation of its own making. This stage for us is known as the dark night. And that's exactly what you've been going through. But understand that it is only a period of transmutation. Okay? Just like the caterpillar, we are struck by a divine vision of what could be. But to be it, we have to transform. So we start stuffing ourselves with illusion and spiraling into our shadow, so the death of the old self can begin. The caterpillar begins to turn to goo, forming a primordial soup for the new self to emerge. And that's what you're going through right now, right? It just feels jumbled, confused, like this primordial soup. But there is going to be a new you emerge out of this, okay? From the seemingly lifeless petal of goo, an entirely new organism begins to form as the imaginal cells start to bud. These imaginal cells are the future seeds of potential that had once been dormant in the caterpillar. So going through this dark night, actually for you, is awakening dormant gifts, potential, and activations, DNA activations that are going to help you, that are transforming you. And it is a gift, okay? Just like the butterfly grows wings, they are transformed too. For us, we experience this as DNA activations and the blossoming of dormant spiritual gifts, okay? The butterfly cells are so unfamiliar to the caterpillar, just as these gifts may be so unfamiliar to you that a war begins within the cocoon between the old you and the new you. Thus, we go through the same inner battle while experiencing an ego death or a dark night of the soul. The butterfly cells begin harmonizing with each other and actually form connections until the blueprint of a flying creature is fulfilled. Okay, but they fight it before that, right? So again, there's a sort of eruption that takes place within the caterpillar that leads into a divine blueprint. Like Sister Butterfly, you have a divine blueprint, and you must trust the process and have faith that the miracle of rebirth, it is still happening for you. You know the truth, can feel it in your cells. Have faith in the blueprint and imagine yourself into being. Soon you will soar on the wings of true life, your true life, and no one else's. Sorry, my cards are all messed up. All right, so, jumped out of my hands. Third card, the path. Look how beautiful that is. You might be seeing orbs around you if you've chosen this card. All right, and this says compass, authenticity, and evolution. You have a lot of spirits around you. You're seeing orbs. These are spirits or Passover, and they're coming around to say hi, to help you get used to your spiritual gifts, okay? Awakening is nothing more than authenticity. Many have trouble, and I love how all three of these are about awakening. It's beautiful. Many have trouble being honest with themselves about where they are on the path because of an image imprinted on them to act, think, feel, and speak only in ways that reflect an illusion of what awakened and authentic really is. Okay, so if you are being told you need to act a certain way, you need to think a certain way, feel a certain way, or speak only in certain ways in order to be awakened. That is simply not true and is inauthentic, because what you're going through right now is you are returning to your authenticity and going through an actual true awakening. So the people who are telling you what to think, act, and feel and speak cannot help you through this awakening, because they are not being authentic, and your specific awakening is about returning to your authenticity. They feel obliged to only be love and want you to suppress your true emotions and feel obligated to. And this is what you're breaking away from. So enlightenment cannot be forced or faked. If you feel numb, self-centered, sad, bitter, angry, and so on, that is okay. And if you're honest with yourself and others about this, then you will open up enough to see what you perceived as something shameful was not at all. And love will naturally fill the newly cleared space as you made more room for true self to come home, just like you're doing now. Love or enlightenment, whatever you want to call it, is a natural result of authenticity, as it gives us the ability to see what is blocking out love. So a person authentic in their darkness is much further on the path already than someone stuck in the obligation of being the quote light. Authentic souls can be okay with where they are, because they know where they are going. Can't find our way home unless we're able to see the roots and obstacles blocking our path towards the light, so we can clear them. Spiritual ego thinks it is already at the destination when it is only going in circles. A spirit walking the path of authenticity clears the mist, is always guided, always finds their true worth, because of their ability to admit when they're lost, not by pretending they are found. Love is the path. Authenticity is your only. That is the reading I have for you. Thank you so much for being here with me. If you enjoyed it, if it resonated with you, please leave me a like and a comment down below. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.